Speaking freedom. Speaking freedom. Giving you the answers to be free. Be free. Be free. 'Cause we're speaking freedom.
Your masculinity and your manhood because you have a penis and an XY chromosome. It don't work that way. Women respect resources. You can't check a bitch because you got nothing to check with. The only place you dominate is in the bedroom. Dominate on the balance sheet. Dominate on your wallet, which is your accomplishments. Any woman that you choose to deal with, her money should be no good with you if you're 100% man. You pay everything. Why? Because it keeps her in her feminine when she's with you. I don't give a shit. The women I deal with, they know I don't care.
Okay, so I take it after that he was going to say the women he deal with, they know he don't give a fuck, or give a shit what they do when they not with him. But when they with him in his presence, he take care of everything. You know what I'm saying? I like that about you, bruh. I like that about you. I even like the fact that you are repurposing your narrative a little bit. And I say that because you are extremely hard on, I don't want to just say women because I haven't heard a lot of your show, so I really don't know. But from the clips that go viral, you seem to be extremely hard on women. Now, I don't know if it's just black women because it might only be black women that call. But you're extreme sometimes. You don't necessarily be lying, but that's from your point of view and perspective based on what you know and what you are into. Or based on what you've been exposed to. You know what I'm saying? So if you have never met a woman that is just different, like that it may look one way from one perspective, but in reality it's something totally different than what you really see, then you will I can't even really say. Anyways, when you're dealing with women that are not as I just described, what it does is you're tearing down women that already have esteem issues. Oh, for a woman to call a man and ask him for advice, I mean, based on your track record, I wouldn't even call you and ask your ass for no motherfucking advice. Because one, the person is probably already insecure and they're looking for some male comfort to some extent. And you ain't giving shit but motherfucking goddamn hard ass comments and low blows, goddamn shit, just off the motherfucking chain. But they keep calling, so keep doing you, bruh. Well, I mean, like, if they're gonna take it, but this video right here is you gonna smooth it over with some of the women. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if you are saying that he takes care of everything, then some of the way that you are telling women they need to be is or could be understandable. But you got two different type of women. You got the trophy wife type women that they want to be taken care of, and they will do whatever you say as long as you're taking care of them all the way every single day. And they don't give a fuck if you cheat. They don't give a fuck if you lie. They don't give. I mean, now there are some that really don't give a fuck what you do. There are those that they care. You're not just gonna treat me any type of way just because you get money or whatever. But there are a lot that will, like, it was that one Tyler Perry movie where the mama wanted her to look past getting beat on because he was goddamn a baller. Like, no, nigga, I'm not getting my ass whipped just because his ass get motherfucking money. And I'm saying that because when you're dealing with different type of women, there are some women that will do whatever you say as long as, you pay the way. And then there are some women that's like, nah, you not gonna treat me like that or whatever. And then there are some women that are just not even suitable to be in that category. Now, some of the ways that this guy be on there, hey, bruh, sometimes the way you approach things is a little bit awkward, because a person that just looks a certain way can always be fixed up. Whether, you know what I'm saying, like when you get with somebody, it should be an upgrade. It should be something that's coming to be different now that we are together. And that means that she can get with a man and become more of a woman. You know what I'm saying? She can, you know what I'm saying, get with a man and, okay, like for myself, I'll speak for me. When I'm single, I'm a certain way. But when I got a dude, I'm a whole different motherfucking, like, not my personality, not who I am, not how I talk, not none of that type shit. But when I am just me and my children, I dress like a mom. I most of the time just, you know, I'm cool with me, so I be walking around here, my hair is, most of the time it do be combed, my face do be washed, I do brush my teeth, you know what I'm saying, like, but I don't put as much effort in trying to impress somebody, because I'm impressed with me. Like, I think I'm fine in every way, shape, and fashion, you know what I'm saying, like, the things that used to bother me don't bother me as much now, because it's normal. And nigga, you can fix it. You can make it look like something. Always. So, but that's who I am when I'm single. But when I'm with somebody, I put more effort into myself. I make sure that I take care of my body better. Not my body like that, but like putting on clothes, things that are attractive to him, things that I know he like, make myself look not presentable, because I'm always, you know what I'm saying, even when I'm just walking around here, you know what I'm saying, nigga. But what I'm saying is, make myself alluring to what I know that I've attracted. And this is still me, but you know what I'm saying, I'm not walking around and getting cute for my, you know what I'm saying, just to be walking around wasting goddamn clothes, dirty in that motherfucking laundry and shit. I'm not getting dressed and putting on makeup just to be around the house. That's stupid. That's a waste. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that, because I'm cool with myself, and I'll take pictures of myself and, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But there are things that can be fixed when it comes to even with men. Like a nigga that, now you can't fix nobody's character. They gotta grow and be mature all on their own. They, you know what I'm saying, like, you can't, that part I'm not talking about. I'm talking about like outward shit, like, you know what I'm saying, send your girl to go get her hair done, send her to go get, you know what I'm saying, and her nails done. She ain't gotta necessarily get fake nails, but you know what I'm saying, begin to treat her to things that, you know, you would like for her to experience. And in that, it transitions her to her best self, not what you like, because you should get somebody that you like, that enhances your life as you enhance hers. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he might look or dress a certain way, and then, you know what I'm saying, you get with him and you help him improve in things. He may think a certain way, and you get with him and you help him think better, and you help him, you know what I'm saying, understand life better. Not teach him how to understand life. Not teach him what to think, but help him understand his own self better. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything about you should make whoever you're with, whoever you're around, better. But when you talk about a man taking care of everything, there is a certain level of woman that you should be, or there is a certain, you know what I'm saying, if you can meet his needs, his wants, and his desires, then whatever it is that he wants, you know what I'm saying, that's what it is. But sometimes men want that ability to pay for everything as a means of control and a means of, you know what I'm saying, you do what I say, you know what I'm saying? Like, or things like that. So it is a very thin line. Now listen, when I say it's a thin line, I'm talking about literally, just like that. How that bitch was now she doing all this extra shit, and then the minute that you don't want to be with a motherfucker, then they get to acting crazy because they didn't put all this money and shit into you. They didn't did all this type shit, just like motherfucking that. And not only that though, you know what I'm saying? Like, who wants to go through the drama part of it? And then as women, you know what I'm saying, some men, and not all men are like this. I am sure there are some men that want to take care of you, that want you to live your best life, that want you to be free, that all of those things. So I'm not saying that all men are like that, but there are enough that are. That, I mean, you just, you got to be mindful. Now, I am going to explain my preference for financial means. I believe that I can see, the thing is, when you're dealing with that is, if you get a woman that don't get shit and you taking care of her, then she ain't got no choice but to listen. When you dealing with a woman that got her own, that's not from you, then it's not that she won't listen. You got to lead more than in just finances, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's saying that you should lead in finances and you know what I'm saying, more than just in the bedroom, but you got to lead spiritually. You got to lead in integrity. You got to lead in, you know what I'm saying, love and care and all. I mean, like, you have to really lead all across the board, not just pay for everything, because the motherfucker, I'm telling you, pay for everything. Motherfucker will pay for everything and be goddamn evil, mean, unloving, neglectful. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they just think because the money on the table that means something. And that shit is like just a bonus. That should be a bonus. The extra shit should be a bonus. That should not be the basis of the relationship. That should not be the basis of love, compassion, and companionship. That should just not be it. Just not it at all. But for some people it is. So if you're dealing with a woman that needs you, then of course you can pay for everything and then treat her any type of way. But if you get one with some, you know what I'm saying, shit of her own, some backbone, some standards, some, you know what I'm saying, you are not doing something for me that I can't do for myself type of woman, then just make sure that you're not paying for everything thinking that that's going to make her be somebody different than who she is, or, you know what I'm saying, I can't really explain that part too much, because, look, a person that got their own, they're not dependent on you. So they're not going to kiss your ass. They're not going, you know what I'm saying, let you do whatever you want to do unless that's the bounds of y'all's relationship. Now, whatever y'all relationship is, that's just y'all relationship. But a person that needs you is going to let you do more because they need you. You know what I'm saying? But when the person doesn't need you and they want you, they can hold you to a standard. So it's about really making sure that you get with somebody that actually meets your needs, because if you get with a bird brain that ain't got shit, that just needs you, that might not be fulfilling to you long term. You know what I'm saying? That might not sustain where God is trying to take you or lead you, you know what I'm saying, as you leading me. Because if you are taking care of everything and you are leading me spiritually, you are leading me financially, like you described, if you are leading me emotionally, if you are caring for me like a leader should, you know what I'm saying, making time and doing all those things, then damn right, goddamn, whatever you say, goddamn, I'm not gonna say whatever you say go, but I'ma definitely respect you. I'ma definitely hold you to a higher regard. I'ma definitely treat you like the king that you are displaying yourself to be. But if you gonna lead, you know what I'm saying, it's not just the money that's gonna get you to me thinking that you lead me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be your integrity. It's gonna be all of the things that that require you to just be a good person, and not because you with me, but because that's just who the hell you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, if the money make you, if you don't have no money, or if you lose money or go broke, then what? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you lose it all, if everything crumble and fall, you know what I'm saying? Are you gonna change and be different? You know what I'm saying? Like, but this is where the other part of when I explain what I believe financially kicks into play, because if you lose everything, then if you taking care of everything, then that woman should be able to foot the bill. Not only foot the bill, but do it you know what I'm saying, wholeheartedly, with goddamn joy. You know what I'm saying? Like, should be giddy about being able to implement something that can help the family. But all the years, all the time spent, she should have, hopefully, you're with somebody that is investing her money into things, building businesses, or, like, everybody is not a business owner. But you can buy real estate. Everybody don't want to own land. Everybody don't want to have tenants. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? So, but you can, you know what I'm saying, invest in stock. You can find something to grow your money, not just necessarily sitting in savings, but really grow your money. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you can find something that grows your money in a real way, then if something happens, then guess what? You're already sufficient enough to help sustain the family until he get back on his feet, or be able to give him enough money to put him on his feet. But you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, not all the time, sometimes, when a woman begins to take any type of precedence or leadership role, or wears the pants in any type of way, when a woman has to be, like, if she gotta pray over you in order for you to be a good person, if she gotta encourage you more than you are able to encourage yourself, where you're draining her, and I'm not saying that she shouldn't encourage you. I'm saying that that shouldn't be the job of her existence, is to make sure that you feel secure within yourself. If she gotta take the lead in business and at home, you know what I'm saying? If she gotta pay the bills, not you're already financially paying them, but if she gotta make sure that everything get done, like if she gotta keep up with the cars, if she gotta, you know what I'm saying, if she gotta make sure the house maintenance get done, then, you know what I'm saying, why would she respect your lead? Because she is now doing the things that you're supposed to be doing as a man, or that, you know what I'm saying, y'all should be doing together and jointly. Even if you don't have, let's say you don't want no gender roles, we both take care of things, that's cool. But if she's taking the lead on that, then it'll be more like that she's your mother, or she's your you know what I'm saying, boss, or something like that, more than being a companion. And I want somebody that's gonna be a companion for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to drink some water. I need somebody that's gonna be a companion. I do not want to be nobody's mama. I do not want to rule over a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, pay all the bills. While you paying all the bills, I'm gonna be starting these businesses. While you taking care of everything, I'm going to be investing, maybe splurging on trips for us, making sure that other shit is done, on surprises for you, because you're doing everything else for me. Like, there is ways for women that are in that position. Like, put me in that position, and then I am going to exalt ways to make sure that you always feel honored, that you always feel loved, that you always feel respected because you've earned it and not because you're paying for the respect. So that means that even if something happens, I don't not respect you because, you know what I'm saying, we going through a trying time or something went on or anything like that. I'm always respect you regardless because you are, you know what I'm saying, a man, whether we up or whether we down. And that's just the way that I think when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my understanding and my grasp of that. Like, I want a man that, listen, I could pay for all my bills and have some money left over. I can, you know what I'm saying, take care of me. So if I date you, this is just because of the way that I think as far as being able to invest. And we get married, then the goal is, this is not my goal, like, we can build, I can be with somebody that is building, and we come together, and within that coming together we are able to grow more, where he is financially able to handle everything in our relationship. Like, but I just feel like he should be able to take care of my household and his, and of course I'm gonna pay, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do, as far as, like, I still want to contribute, but he should be able to, you know what I'm saying. Like, if you coming into my life, and maybe, you know what I'm saying, you may not agree, but I'll build them up just as well as I want, you know what I'm saying, to be taken care of in this type of way. And there are some men that will not have a problem with this. And I'm not saying that in order to date me, he got to pay all my bills. No, I want to pay my bills because I don't want you to feel like you got goddamn control over me. And that's big, because that means that for me, when I let a man pay my bills, when I let him take care of me financially, that's me telling that man that I trust him. If I allow you that type of access to the power of something that affects my life, then that means that I trust you. That means that I believe that you have the best interest in heart for me. I'm not going to let you pay my bills just because you offer to pay a motherfucking bill. Because to me, you know what I'm saying, that's just not what I see fit. I mean, and I could, I got a bad taste in my mouth about that when I was in the Army, and some nigga from back home wanted to send me some money or pay a phone bill, and then his goddamn sisters and shit started talking about that he had fucked me. And I hadn't even been around a nigga. Like, I was off in Virginia some goddamn where, and he just sent me the money that I needed. You know what I'm saying? But when the rumor started that I had been fucking a nigga, it was like, do I want money in exchange for people thinking that I'm sleeping with men when I'm not? And for me, that was a no. I didn't like that because it was like, nigga, I did what? Like, nigga, I ain't even been around this nigga enough to even do that. Like, I went, pull up on a nigga, see a nigga, hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I've had a few niggas like that. But this was the first time that I had ever encountered a dude that was like, okay, I'm gonna do this, and then rumors started about us fucking. Like, any other time niggas do shit and they just, you know what I'm saying, here, I'm gonna look out for you, and it be that, you know what I'm saying, there don't be no extra, put the money in my pocket, go do whatever it is I'm supposed to do. But that one time just kind of ruined it for me, you know what I'm saying? So but it's more than just that, though. You know what I'm saying? It's being dependent on that, and not knowing if that is going to be secure. So I am not just letting anybody. Listen, I know on that other video, I was acting like, you know what I'm saying, I don't know how to run. Well, I don't know how to run game on niggas because I don't never run game on nigga. I've never ran game on a nigga for him to send me no money. I've never fucked or sold my pussy for a nigga to send me some money. I've never, and matter of fact, anytime that a nigga tried to give me some money after I fucked him, I goddamn really didn't even want to take the shit. Goddamn, here, I throw this shit in your motherfucking face, nigga. Don't try me like that. Like, I fucked you because I liked you. I ain't never fucked no nigga for no money. And I'm proud of that shit, goddamn. And all of this is relevant because it comes into play when a man talks about taking care of you. So I'm saying, like, it's a privilege it's a privilege to have sex with me. And yeah, sex, I don't know how important sex is as far as leadership and respect goes, because if you treating me good, and you fucking me regularly, even if the sex is, well, I don't believe that I can have bad sex with a guy. Like, the only thing that can make sex bad with a guy is if his dick is small. And if his dick is small, then, you know what I'm saying, you just gotta, it can't be so small that it can't satisfy you at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if you got good pussy, then you can goddamn throw that shit around and goddamn make yourself goddamn feel good. And he could just goddamn be just almost sitting there, just laying there, just pumping and humping, and you can goddamn throw your own shit around and make that shit be good. Like, so I don't think that there's a such thing as bad sex, but sex alone will only get you so far when it comes to relationships. And for some people, like, some women really are controlled by, you know what I'm saying, they get some dick and then they goddamn lose their fucking mind. He can say whatever, he can do whatever, goddamn. All he gotta do is come back and fuck you good, and goddamn you back in la la land, goddamn. Now that's some goddamn good dick right there. If you get some dick that have you goddamn lost in the sauce and you goddamn can't even think straight, that's some good dick. It's dangerous dick though. It's dangerous for the man and it's dangerous for the woman. It's almost like having good pussy, and you know what I'm saying, now your pussy too good and niggas don't want to leave you alone. If you get dick that's too good, it can hypnotize women. It can, you know what I'm saying, make them go crazy. It can drive them to wanting to make your life miserable. So it's you know what I'm saying, listen, as much as we talk about women and managing their pussy, especially if they got good pussy, niggas need to be out here managing their dick just like they need to be managing their money. You can't take care of every bitch. You can't fuck every bitch. And then if you fucking a lot of bitches, you can't give every girl good dick. You know what I'm saying? Like, the same way that women can't give every nigga good pussy, you cannot give every bitch good dick. Like, listen, this is all still along the lines of what Kevin said, but we just gonna take it a little bit further, because being good in bed is, you know what I'm saying, not safe sometimes. And I always say that as a woman, but men have to go through that too. There are men with really good dick, and there are women that are crazy and will goddamn drive your ass crazy or harass your ass because you dick them down too good. And now, you know what I'm saying, like, so as much as you can with some women control a woman with the sex and a dick being good, and you know what I'm saying, especially if you putting your face in it and dicking her down and taking it out and putting your face in it again, like, if you doing all that, if goddamn you piping her motherfucking ass down real good, there are some women, most women, if not all women, if you fucking her real good and you just doing the bare minimum, goddamn, you will get a long way. But then there are women that if you doing that and you really taking care of shit, you financially on top, you spiritually leading, you doing everything that she could imagine, then there are women that will exalt you as a king and give you whatever you want and help you accomplish anything that you can imagine or dream. So when you are talking about taking care of a woman like that, and when you have all of the aspects, you know what I'm saying, when you heal, and when I say heal, like, that don't mean that you're not gonna ever have reasons to feel triggered, or that you're not going to do anything that's out of the ordinary, or, you know what I'm saying, I'm not acting like you won't make mistakes, or, you know what I'm saying, because you healed, now you're not going to do nothing wrong. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying when you make conscious decisions and you base your life on the goals and the things that you have set out for, in addition to everything else. Listen, when you doing your shit, when you own your shit, there are women that will goddamn take care of you. They will do everything, and y'all will. My envisionment of what it is to be in a powerful relationship is when you both are equally yoked in every area, like mentally, spiritually, that's emotionally, goddamn, that's purpose wise and sexually, and then all of those things come together and you really are able to create a powerful force and vibe in the atmosphere that seriously like changes lives, and it grows and it glows and it encompasses everybody that you know that is exposed to that light and is able to glean from that. And man, listen, it's a powerful thing to have that type of chemistry and relationship and bondedness together with another person, especially that the sexual chemistry is there, and you know what I'm saying, you feel loved and comforted and you feel supported and you feel, you know what I'm saying, and when you have all of those things, when you have all of those things, then you know what I'm saying, it changes the atmosphere. It really creates a powerful like I wish you could see my hands. I should turn the phone over so you could hold on. Here you go. Here you go. This new camera is crazy. It's like, this is what I feel when I say that. Like, it's just that powerful where it just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just, you know what I'm saying? It goes like when you bond it together, we back to that again. Oh my gosh, this is so good. We, you know what I'm saying? We back to this. So if you bond it like this and it just reaches everybody and it just does all of that. That's how that is what I am feeling when I say, you know what I'm saying, that powerfulness of a relationship that is really, really strong and bonded. And it does encompass being financially able to take care of everything, but not using that as a means to seek control, or, you know what I'm saying, like trying to use that to lord over somebody. And this is like for myself, I always say I don't want to lord over nobody, but when it comes to a relationship, especially relationships with men, with my king, like I want a man that I can respect because of his character, because of how he, you know what I'm saying, moves, because of who he is. And then from that, it grows and grows and grows and grows and grows. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just the minimum. That is just the minimum, baby. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I got to say about that. I think that was a dope little a little change up for you there. So I think that was a dope change up. So that was good.
Speaking Freedom presents Good Head Group, providing advanced spiritual studies and personal developmental insight. Brought to you by Love Gang and Speaking Freedom. We look forward to helping you grow in all the areas of your life. We hope that you find all the information needed for your growth. God bless. Please listen to all disclaimers provided. If you are currently under physician's care, please maintain that relationship. This is not intended to stop your current treatment plan. If you need physician care, please seek out medical attention. Please note, all results are based on the individual's ability to adapt and adjust to any given environment and situation. We are not responsible for your results at Speaking Freedom. The life enhancement coaches at Speaking Freedom provide information to help you grow. You are responsible for maintaining that growth, taking on and then applying the information to your individual life as you deem needed and necessary. This may contain and explain explicit content. Please use parental discretion. For best results, you will need an open mind, the ability to research, and a balanced lifestyle.
Please join us daily for your inspiration and motivation.
We have the entire world to offer you at your fingertips. Your life enhancement coaching specialist. Thank you for choosing us to assist you in accomplishing your personal and professional goals. And have a beautiful day. In love, we trust. This is brought to you by Good Head Group, Love Gang, and Speaking Freedom. We thank God for you, and we love you.
Hi, I'm Kaci, Dr. Kaci to be exact, owner of Speaking Freedom LLC, Love Gang, and Good Head Group LLC. I am also a certified life coach and host of Speaking Freedom Radio and TV. Although I have recently became an ordained minister, please be aware that I am still me, raw and uncut the way God made me and allowed life to shape me. I pray and expect God to use me for people who can receive the way I communicate, as well as my delivery. I am not for those who are already saved, religious, or super deep. I am for the leaders, hustlers, and street influencers around the world, including pimps, killers, drug dealers, and working girls. I am sharing my experiences and perspective to help someone be inspired to be better. And for those who can identify with the various aspects of my mindset. My mindset alone does not determine the status of any active connections or current relationships that have not already been specifically addressed. Additionally, these recordings should not be taken personally if I have not already spoken to you about the topic or expressed that I have an issue. These recordings are a part of my life's work to document my experience, perspective, and to see how life has shaped me. My plan in using my stories publicly and socially is to encourage growth in those who can identify with the experiences and find inspiration in my life to heal and overcome the path that they've been set on, no matter what they face, as according to the purpose of their soul, until healing takes place. Despite the experiences that I may have had with any person, sometimes known and unknown, I hold no grudges, no hate, no bitterness, or any other ill feelings against anyone. I pray that your life is whole and very fruitful. I forgive you as I hope that you forgive me if I have wronged you or anyone that you know or anyone who listens to me. I pray that you have peace and extend the same grace to others. I have love for everyone, especially on a human level, despite flaws or experiences. But that doesn't mean that I will associate or be close to every human that I know or meet. I've experienced a very eventful life and truly believe that my mindset and story based on experiences could help those who identify with how I think and are looking for inspiration to grow further, go beyond hurt, and be great. I pray that these recordings bless you and your soul in every way, in whatever way God has intended. Sending love and light to all. Thanks for listening. Achieve your dreams.